last year's Four Nations with a 20-all draw. And now Darren Lockyer, for the record, his 54th Test match and his 24th on home soil, and it's also his 33rd captaincy. And it is appropriate that this, well, might be his last Test match on Australian soil, that it would be here at the Old Lang Park. As he's tackled on the eastern touchline, played back to Kiwis, gone away to Cronk. He drifts across the ground, a couple of forwards ran deep for us. Lockyer throws a pass, bounces away for Brent Tate, and Tate looking to unload. Oh, his winger might have put his foot on the sideline. Ruled not to have happened, and Morris will play the ball. 22 metres out now. They're running towards the Milton Street end of the ground here at Suncorp, Australia. Gallen taken hard. Luluai driving in. But McHenry was the one that put the meat into it. Now it's Lockyer. He puts a little kick. Oh, he's made a mistake. The fullback higher. And there's a try for Australia. Scored by Brent Tate. One of many Test tries. His 16th in his 23rd Test. Brent Tate has scored off the back of a Lockyer kick after Lance O'Hire has been clean bowled.
They've maintained the pressure of the Australians. They got the penalty, they got down at the right end of the field, and Darren Lockyer put through a kick that looked fairly innocuous, but it's on the ground and a rugby league ball can do anything. He's overrun it completely. In fact, it's a really poor attempt there from Lance O'Hire. You'd expect better. He didn't give himself much chance of gathering that one in.
So what will they do with this one? It's with Marshall. Oh, forward pass to Kenny Dow. They're not going to call it. Kenny Dow scores a try. Kenny Dow scores for the Kiwis. Well, I might be wrong, but I thought Marshall's pass was forward off the hands. 6-4, the score, doesn't matter what I think. Well, 36 gone.
Let's hope it wasn't, Brad, because it was a great play. To stand and hold it up and hold it up, now it's forward. It's forward, even with the fact he was getting hit backwards as he passed. I'm sure that it's left forward, but the New Zealanders will say, well, the first try from Australia shouldn't have been as well.
That's right, it's tit for tat, Pete. The Kangaroos at 6-all with the Kiwis. And here's Gallen back into the goal. Bird got the ball to Slater. Step, Slater scored try 16 at Test level.
You can feel it. You can feel it coming. Parry and thrust, belt and get belted. Suddenly, Australia turn the screws when the advantage falls their way. You can feel it coming.
And I spoke about the mental. You could see the joy from the Australians at the mistake at the other end of the field and their reaction to this try. They know what a big play this is in the overall contest. Good line running there from Greg Bird and Billy Slater, an unmarked man on his outside. He stepped, scored himself.
And here's Sam Perrott. He pulled him down. He started to crawl up the ground. And he plays the ball. Now Jeremy Smith not happy with Greg Bird. They wrestle on the ground. Marshall's with the ball. Cronk is with him. Now they pile into this melee.
Well, this could be the biggest decision in the game.
Well, Greg Bird clips Jeremy Smith as he goes past, but Jeremy Smith gets up off the ground and chases him.
This will be very, very interesting how they interpret this. What Greg Bird was fairly innocuous for mine, Smith's reaction over the top. Whoever gets this penalty may well go on to win the game. Because it's so important which way this goes.
And this is in direct contrast to what we just saw from Sam Thaiday. There's the tackle being made, and there's the 13, Jeremy Smith, pushed to the ground by Greg Bird. Again, there's not much in it. There's nothing in it when your team's got the football.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think what Greg Bird did to him was all that bad. He thought he was going to get the ball and sort of hit him from behind, and Jeremy Smith got up and chased after him.
Nathan, can you go back there?
Well, if you had a blue every time somebody got pushed in the back, we'd be broadcasting the fights.
Well, you and I'd be fighting all night.
By Nathan Feed. Here's Luluai. On to Ohio. Back to Marshall. A juggle. He grubber kicks in for Nightingale.
Oh, he's a genius.
The Dragons have scored. The Dragon winger Nightingale off a kick from Marshall.
He's a genius.
We're going upstairs to make sure that Jason Nightingale is on side. They're looking to get home on the little men. New Zealand, they're all out there. They've left them there. Nathan Fiend, Hahaya, Benji Marshall, Lulawai, Isaac Luke. And Benji's come up with the surprise play here. The Australians not expecting this. They've got up quickly. And that's why he kicked, because they were up so quickly off their line. Lottie Takiri, 15 metres off his own line. Big man to turn and chase. And Nightingale sneaks in behind.
That is brilliant. You know, I was just talking about living with expectation. And Benji Marshall would know that unless it comes from him, it's not going to happen. The rest of his teammates know. Unless it comes from him, it won't happen.
Well, it's got to come from him again with a conversion.
So the try is there. The kick is still to come.
They're out on their feet, New Zealand.
So Fiend now for Mannering, and he'll play the ball almost 40 metres up the ground, but they've used 5, and here he is again. Marshall shaping the kick, running, passing, a flat ball across for Kenny Dow. Now for Nightingale. Nightingale down the right flank. The ball was touched by Australia. He's heading for the post. Marshall throws the ball. It's a speculator, but it's a try. It's a try for Fiend. Now there's plenty of inquiry to be done here. Fiend has kicked the ball into the crowd with jubilation.
Well, the biggest query is a pass, but we can't rule on it. A forward. We're looking to see whether the winger Nightingale has put his foot into touch off the pass from Sean Kenny Dow. I think it's fine. Only saw it quickly, but the pass back inside certainly had a question mark on it. Running it on the last. This is Jason Nightingale on the outside of Takiri. He's in play. And that's gone back through the arms of Darren Lockyer. Benji Marshall picks it up. Forget any forward passes. We're not looking at that. That one's gone back. And it bounces nicely for Nathan Fiend, who looks up.
Well,
Can you believe it?
Well, just to add a little bit more to this script. The start of the year, first game of the year for Nathan Fiend, he cracks an ankle.
30
Here he is
minutes.
scoring a match-winning try in the Four Nations final.
Can you believe this? Benji Marshall has instigated. Well, he's there at the start of this and he's there at the finish of it.
They found something.
Well, Benji found something. You know, after this game, this week, they'll be voting for the Golden Boot Player of the Year. Marshall, I think, has just stamped his name on that trophy.
Well, he stamped his name on the Four Nations final. And now a shot of the Australian bench. What's left of it? Luke Lewis, of course, was lost prior to half-time. Brent Tate.
This is the last play.
Australia kick off into the last section. Hooter in the background. It's come down to Slater. Throws it in. Lockyer can't get rid of the ball.
That's it.
It's over! It's over! New Zealand have won it 3 times out of 4 in the last 4 majors. They have been successful against Australia. And the field, just a sea of ecstasy and jubilation as the Kiwis take it out. They won the Tri-Nations back in 05, the World Cup in 08. They lost the final of this Tri-Nations in 2006. It then became the Four Nations. So they've racked up 3 from 4 and pulled off one of the shocks of the century.
Well, it's Benji Marshall's greatest ever night. In all honesty, they were down and out. Australia had them where they wanted them, and we talked about expectation and the expectation of a country on one man's shoulders. And Benji Marshall has come up with 2 or 3 big-time plays, big moment plays in the last 10 minutes to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. The disconsolate faces of the Australians. Benji Marshall, love watching him play every week, but to do it on this level, on this stage, under that pressure, to come up with this, I will never, ever, ever forget this night and what Benji Marshall has done in the last 11 minutes of this game.
Stephen Kearney and his assistant Tony Iro. That was Nathan Fiend. What an end, what a start to the year for him, and what a magnificent end for Nathan Fiend. So New Zealand win the Four Nations will reveal the Papua New Guinea tourism man of the...
He's been wonderful for New Zealand Rugby League, just instilling discipline and the culture in our team, and not just that, the people behind the scenes, Jim Doyle and the New Zealand Rugby League team doing a great job, so just so proud.
You've had some Kiwi fans here tonight, but to your Kiwi fans back in New Zealand, a massive thank you.
Big thank you, thanks for turning up last week. We know we underperformed. Just want to say hi to Mum and all the family back home, and see you soon. Holiday.
Well, a holiday that is richly deserved. This is just unbelievable scenes we are witnessing here. Party time in the river city of Brisbane, and why not the Kiwis